With Michael Jordan being the greatest player of all time, yes, I said greatest player of all time, he wasn't just a basketball phenom, he was an international legend with his unmatched athleticism, crazy defensive prowess, and stellar mid-range shooting, which would all lead to him winning 5 MVPs and 6 national championships. Therefore, with his success comes a lot of influence and comparisons, but none like Anthony Edwards. Today, Ant will be tested to determine if he can fulfill Michael Jordan's shoes and deliver on 5 MVPs and 6 championships. With Ant coming out of the University of North Carolina, similar to MJ, high expectations will be set on him entering the league as the 3rd pick in the 1984 draft, going to no other than the Chicago Bulls. With this rookie season approaching, Ant couldn't wait for his debut against none other than TNT ringless legend Charles Barkley and the 76ers. With no shock, Ant wouldn't look startled for a second, dropping 27 points and 7 rebounds, outperforming Jordan in his own respected debut, who only scored 16 points, shooting 5 for 15 from the field. After an amazing season opener, his rookie season would come to an end, with Ant winning Rookie of the Year, beating out Charles Barkley and Hakeem Olajuwon. Yet his journey wouldn't end there, making the playoffs going 40 for 24, finishing 6th in the conference. Given the talent in the East demonstrated by Larry Bird, Dominique Wilkins, Julius Erving, and many more, that would be no walk in the park for Ant. But the first round was making quick work of the New Jersey Nets, 3-1ing them. However, the second round wouldn't be easy, having to face Charles Barkley, Julius Erving, Moses Malone, and the 76ers. Coming into Spectrum Arena, now known as Wells Fargo's Arena, Ant will look unfazed, dominating Game 1, dropping a crazy 32, 10, and 3 stat line, stealing Game 1 on a roll. But as the series continued, here's where his youth and inexperience would expose itself, losing the next 3 games in a row. Over those last 3 games, Ant will go on to average 19 points, 7 assists on 6 turnovers. However, he would appear to bounce back in Game 5, scoring 27 points. But it just wouldn't be enough because Charles Barkley would go for 31 and 11, sending the Bulls packing, losing in the first round. On the other hand, Jordan in real life would average 29 points, 8.5 assists, and 5.5 rebounds versus the Bucks, evidently still losing in the first round. Capping off their first season, they will both end up winning Rookie of the Year and making the playoffs, but Ant will still have to wait to close the gap on Jordan, MVP, and ring-wise. Down the line, that wait will be longer than Ant expected, not making it past the first round for the next 3 years. With Ant coming off such a disappointing playoff performance, he would spend all offseason grinding, spending countless hours in the gym working on his game. Coming into next season 3 overalls higher. Following that offseason, Ant will come to find out all the work he's put in would pay off, increasing his numbers to 29.8 points, 5.4 assists, and 6.3 rebounds. While bringing in a modern-day shooting touch, he would take home his first MVP, making him one step closer to Jordan. Ant's season wouldn't end there, finishing 4th in the East, but he wouldn't achieve all of this success on his own. Thanks to the emerging star next to him, Marcus Jordan. Oh shit, my fault. Scottie Pippen, I could've recognized you there for a minute, bro. Anyways, after following that great of a season, he finds his way back into the playoffs.
A superstar is official. He is here. You understand? There was MJ. There was Kobe. Now there is Anthony Edwards.
After dominating Mark Price and the Cavs in the first round, Ant will make it back to the semifinals, a place he hasn't reached since his rookie season. He has to face Isaiah Thomas and his future teammate, which wouldn't be light, finding himself in a Game 7 situation. 30 seconds left, tie game, this is for the ball, and trying to bounce it. Okay, Scottie with the clamps, up in here with the ball up. Get the ball to Isaiah. There we go. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Receive the screen from Rodman. Pull up. Up 2. Come on, Ant, let's see what you got, man. Get the bucket, man. The bucket. I'm out. Better draw up a good play. Start wiping down and receiving back over. Okay, no guys, they are. See the screen, coming up the screen, straight over to the basket. Oh my God, I knew I thought die game another time. Alright, let's see what they bring out this time. Alright, looks like that. Robinson down there. He's not there. With Paxton on. Why ain't him? You gotta step up to the challenge. I think Jordan just stepped up. Alright, there's for the last shot. Are we gonna go to overtime? Scotty? Scotty with the defense? Good defense. Good D, Scotty. Going overtime. Ant would completely take over the game in overtime, scoring 8 out of the 12 points for the Bulls, winning Game 7, making his first conference finals appearance of his career. But now, here's where things get active. He finally encountered a man who sent him packing to LeBron's embassy, Cancun, last year. Anticipating this moment, Ant will come out the gate on fire, taking a 2-game lead in this series with the help of Scottie Pippen. But it wouldn't be enough to shut out an aged Larry Bird. However, potentially facing elimination, Ant would handle business and close him out in 6, making his first finals appearance. Now, let's see if he can handle business and shut the door on Sean Kemp and the Supersonics at the biggest stage. With Ant possessing a modern-day 3-ball and with Gary Payton not being in his way as of yet, he take a commanding 3-1 lead. However, Sean said he ain't going out like no hoe and will force a Game 7. 30 seconds left, Game 1, down 20. Damn, Ant choked the 3-1 lead, going out like the 2017 Warriors, man. Look at Paxton trying to stab pad. Buddy is over with, bro. Oh my God, that's crazy. Damn, man. So with Ant losing Game 7, he still have to wait to catch MJ ring-wise, while doing something he never did in his career, which was losing the finals, where Jordan went 6-0 and Ant is now 0-1. Using that as a driving force, the very next season, Ant will finish as a runner-up for the MVP, losing to Charles Barkley. But he remembered that and used that as fuel, getting a chance to prove who's really better, meeting him in the conference finals. And as I thought, Charles' fatness wouldn't be enough to keep up with Ant's athleticism. Just look how high he jumps. He looks like he's tickling the clouds. Nonetheless, Ant will make quick work of Charles, making his second consecutive finals appearance. Not gonna lie, or waste your time, Ant will bring out the belt and whoop Akeem and Kenny's ass. Damn, Kenny. At least you can run in this timeline. Regardless, Ant will win his first championship in his 5th season with the help of Scottie, also winning his first finals MVP, putting him on the board and making him one step closer to Jordan. Despite his previous success, that wouldn't be the last step forward he'd take towards Jordan. Entering the next season on a mission. Ant will win his second regular season MVP. Only if he would have shot 5% better, he would have been in the 50-40-90 club. Fast forward, that'd be the exact reason he'll be down 3-1 in the conference finals, missing a crucial free throw in Game 4. However, that would just be a scare, and Ant will push the game to 7 games and win convincingly. Man, Ant said he just wanted to make it interesting. That's crazy. It is getting so. And interesting it would be with him making back-to-back finals appearances. This time, facing the kid himself. Oh, my fault. You play with so many kids, I thought you was one of them. Anyways, eventually, Ant and Robin would take care of this kid and handle him in 5 games, leading to Ant's second championship in just 2 years, going back-to-back for the first time. But now, he set his eyes on a 3-peat. After consecutive championship seasons, Ant would finish as the first seed for the first time in his career and take home his 3rd MVP. Again, just barely missing the 50-40-90 club. Nonetheless, Ant wouldn't care, with his ultimate goal being to achieve a 3-peat for the first time. Ant and Pippen's struggles would be on notice, just barely getting by the Heat and the 76ers. Those struggles will also spill over into the conference finals, where he witnessed his goal of 3-peating disappear before his eyes, losing in the conference finals to Patrick Ewing and Mark Jackson. It's like they just couldn't stop his force in the paint. He was just going too crazy. Ewing was wailing on him. With the new season approaching, some people will have questions about Ant and Scottie following their failures in the previous season. After being clear-cut favorites to win that series and getting gentlemen swept by the Knicks, people will question Ant's leadership and whether he truly deserves the title of being the best player in the league.
I didn't think anyone actually believed it. I understood people voting for him for MVP, but I thought we all agreed he might be winning MVP, but he's not the best player in the league. I have a far easier time ranking him as the 5th best player in the league.
Ant would strive to silence his critics, making it back to the conference finals. Surprisingly, he'd endure a sweep, but it wouldn't be the one he'd be hoping for, dropping all 4 games to the Pacers. Damn, Ant, what's going on, gang? I thought you was better than this. Despite Ant's impressive early career accomplishments, winning 2 championships and 3 MVPs, his momentum would seem to be slowed a bit, losing in the conference finals in bad fashion in back-to-back years. Out here looking like Tatum in the conference finals. What is you, a conference finals warrior? Crazy. After that devastating of a performance, Ant would go into the offseason devastated with his head down. And just like Jordan, what happened that summer wouldn't help.
2 18-year-olds accused of murdering the father of basketball star Michael Jordan appeared in court. Daniel Green, who had already spent time in jail for assault, and Larry Dimery, who was under indictment for armed robbery, are good friends. They are both being held without bail. ABC's Jim Hickey is in North Carolina.
After going through such a tragedy, he decided to take a break and retire. But for now, let's check in on the Bulls without him, with Scottie leading the way. Oh, what a surprise. Let me stop. This ain't no damn surprise. Scottie would lead the Bulls to the bottom of the conference, going 28-54, finishing as the 10th seed in the East. Damn, what a shame. Looks like you do need Ant, buddy. And you be in luck, because after mourning his father for a little over a year, Ant will come out of retirement.
He's back!
Though it wouldn't be for the last time, as we all know, but he returned to the team towards the end of the 1994-95 season. With Ant joining the team to only play the last 17 games of the season, he squeezed the Bulls into the playoffs as the 7th seed, therefore having to place the 2nd-seeded Pacers in the first round. The same exact team, but with the addition of Mark Jackson that sent him home just a few years ago. And due to the playmaking of Mark Jackson and the sharpshooting of Reggie Miller, Ant will find himself getting swept once again by the Pacers, this time losing in the first round. But look though, the next season saw Ant and Scottie completely take over the league, to the point where they'd be in contention with each other to win MVP. Ant would end up beating him out, averaging 33 points. Although Scottie would finish 2nd in MVP votings, which was a result of their historic season, where they achieved a 76-6 record with the addition and help of Dennis Rodman, stamping their name in the history books. However, all of this success would be meaningless if they don't perform in the playoffs, where they've consistently struggled in recent years. But with only 5 seasons left and still having that devastating performance from the year leading up to his retirement on his mind, Ant will step into the playoffs on a different level.
Anthony Edwards is my favorite player in the NBA. Anthony Edwards. When I think about Anthony Edwards, in this moment in time, ladies and gentlemen, I think about MJ, Kobe, Anthony Edwards. They all bow down to Anthony Edwards.
And that level I was talking about earlier, that would be an understatement for what he did, making it back to the finals, a place he hasn't seen in 5 years. And with that being said, he took advantage of the moment and go up 2-0, securing home court advantage. But with the shot making of Ant, the defense of Rodman, and the all-around play from Scottie, it'd be too much for Hakeem and Clyde to handle, taking a commanding 3-0 lead. And at this point, Ant's experience would kick in, and they'd bring out the brooms to sweep Hakeem and the Rockets, just really putting belt to ass. Oh my God. But that performance would help him win his 3rd championship, bringing him halfway and within reach of Jordan. However, the question still remains, can Ant deliver on 5 MVPs and 6 championships? Well, time will tell. Hopefully he can end his career on a winning note, unlike Jordan. He still has 4 seasons to make it happen. And making it happen is what he'd do in the very next season, taking home his 4th MVP, while averaging a career-high 36 points. But Ant's amazing play would almost come to an end in the 2nd round. Ant and the Bulls would be down 3-0, but would storm back and take the next 2 games winning in great fashion, having everyone thinking they could create history and can come back from a 3-0 deficit. Unfortunately, after all their efforts, they'll just lose in 6 games. Even with the addition of Rodman, no one was able to stop chewing, just like back in 1992 when he sent them home in the conference finals. But look, using that fuel, Ant will find himself in a Game 7 with the Miami Heat in the 2nd round the very next year, with the league MVP waiting for him on the other side. But first, Ant will have to take down Alonzo Mourning and Tim Hardaway, which wouldn't be an easy thing, finding himself in a close game. A little over a minute left, 2-point game. Scotty gives it to Mike. I said Mike, Ant, my bad. Good finish. And he's Gatorade. Okay. Tim bringing it down. Okay. Oh, yeah, good D. Dive on it. Come on, Curry, you're not playing hard enough. Okay, switch. And goes under the screen. Oh my God, is Tim like that? Your son ain't like that. We see what he was doing.
Guys just could not convert. We're under a minute to go in this opening quarter. Hardaway missed it badly off the top of the backboard. 5 seconds to go in the first. Hardaway lines it up. Off the mark.
Nah, he really drained that though. Okay, 45 seconds left. Bulls down 3. Kerr bringing it up. Got to draw up a play from Ant. There we go. Got it in the paint. Floater. Missed it. Got it back. Go back up again. Missed it. Didn't get it back this time though. Marshburn with the rebound. Pushing out. Oh, he pushing in transition. Oh, he putting on the moves. Oh. Gives it back to Tim. Tim going at Kerr. Drives. Put him in the post. Oh, drop step. Float. Oh, he missed that. The rebound, Kerr. 3-point game. He called a timeout. Whew. Let's see what they draw up. Rodman inbounding. Got to draw up a play for Ant right here. Give it to him. Oh my God, he was open off the down screen. Ant on ISO. Put a move on, put a spin. Oh yeah. Oh, got him in the air. Oh, my boy Clutch. Our boy Clutch. Good bucket, boy. Come on. Now you got a foul. 1-point game. Got to pray they miss one. First one up and good. You make this a 3-point game. He missed it. He's not clutch. Give it to Ant. Give it to Ant. Why you pass it? You passed it to Ron Harper? You shoot! Oh my God! Oh my God! And Ant loses in the second round. That's crazy. After such a heartbreaker, Ant will go into retirement for what he thought would be the last time. However, the competitive fire within him refused to go out. After missing 4 seasons, Ant will make a surprise return to the court at the age of 39. This time, he will come out of retirement to play for a different team, seeking one last shot at glory. With only 2 years remaining, he would try and defy the odds and make one last push to catch Jordan. Sadly, the only thing he'd be pushing is P getting sent back to Atlanta and both seasons finishing at the bottom of the league. But in his last season, he'd be good enough to make his final All-Star game. Ant would still have what some would call a legendary career. However, the real test was to see whether he could deliver on 5 MVPs and 6 championships, which he did fail to do. But look, looking at their achievements side by side, who do you think had a better career?